Hello, crewmates and cruise addicts. I'm GFree, your cruise therapist, and this is your daily boarding call for Thursday, July 16th, 2026. Welcome aboard and glad to have you join us. Today we are unpacking the biggest cruise and travel headlines without charging you extra baggage fees. Coming up, cruise cocktails are entering a whole new era with zero-proof drinks, sustainable pours, and even talk of THC beverages. Norwegian Jade and Norwegian Gem are getting an adult-only glow-up, and a Carnival ship had to cancel a port even though it could keep sailing. Plus, Disney is adding more animated magic to Hollywood studios. The aviation industry says America needs a $20 billion air traffic control makeover. And Amtrak is upgrading its first-class dining. Apparently, everybody is getting an upgrade except the middle seat on my last flight. So grab your coffee or cocktail, your passport, and your emotional support luggage. It's time for today's boarding call. First up, beverage trends at sea are getting a little more interesting. Cruise lines are seeing growing demands for zero-proof cocktails, sustainable drink programs, and more creative beverages for guests who want the fun without the alcohol. And yes, there's even discussion about THC-infused drink. Finally, it is happening to me. Now, before anybody starts planning a high seas happy hour, THC products remain complicated because cruise ships visit multiple countries with different laws, and cruise lines still have strict drug policy. So for now, your cruise cocktail may be alcohol-free, sugar-free, and environmentally friendly, but it is probably not getting invited to a dispensary, so basically, it sounds like we'll be drinking water. The good news is that mocktails are no longer just fruit juice wearing a tiny umbrella. Cruise lines are creating more sophisticated alcohol-free drinks so everybody can enjoy something special at the bar. Again, it's basically sounding like water. Next, Norwegian Cruise Line is giving Norwegian Jade and Norwegian Gem some major upgrades. So both ships now feature new adult-only vibe beach clubs with private bars, hot tubs, premium lounges, and cabanas. The Norwegian Jade also received a new Starbucks and plunge pool. A Starbucks, a private bar, and an adult-only pool. That's not only renovation, that's a divorced parent's dream vacation. These upgrades give longtime Norwegian cruisers a reason to take another look at these classic ships, because sometimes an older ship doesn't need to retire. It just needs a little Botox, a new outfit, and better lighting. The Carnival Adventure canceled its scheduled visit to Mystery Island in Vanuatu after a technical issue conflicted with local environmental regulations. The ship was able to continue safely, but it could not meet the requirements needed to visit that particular port. And that's an important reminder. A ship may be perfectly capable of continuing its voyage while still being denied entry somewhere because of local maritime or environmental rules. The destination was called Mystery Island, and now the passengers are asking, the real mystery is, why aren't we getting off the ship? Cruise itineraries can change at any time, so always keep a little flexibility packed next to your sunscreen and disappointment. Carnival is also launching a sustainability initiative at Celebration Key. Nearly 2,800 pounds of used coffee grounds are being collected each week from the Mardi Gras and taken ashore, where they are turned into compost and fertilizer for local landscaping. That means even the coffee grounds are getting a short excursion. The program helps improve the soil, retain water, and reduce waste. Meanwhile, I drink 1 cup of coffee and need 3 hours to become useful. These coffee grounds finish breakfast and immediately start helping the environment. Now let's taxi over to airline news. Major aviation organizers are asking Congress for another $20 billion to modernize the nation's air traffic control system. The money would support updated technology, software, equipment, and infrastructure intended to improve safety and reduce disruptions. And anybody who has sat in the airport staring at the word delayed for 6 hours is probably thinking, fine, take the money, just make the plane move. The air traffic control system is responsible for safely managing thousands of flights every day, so upgrades could affect delays, cancellations, airport congestion, and overall reliability. $20 billion sounds like a lot until you've purchased lunch for a family of 4 at the airport. Over at Walt Disney World, Hollywood Studios is preparing to welcome a reimagined collection of animation experiences. Animation Courtyard will be transformed with new activities inspired by Once Upon a Studio. Plans include an indoor Alice in Wonderland themed playground, animation experiences featuring Disney characters, an Olaf-led drawing activity, and an enhanced theater celebrating Disney animation. Olaf teaching an art class? Does he even have elbows? Just sticks. The new experiences are expected to give families more indoor attractions, which is wonderful because Florida's heat will have you melting faster than Olaf in July, which is ironic because that is what frozen things do in summer. And finally, Amtrak is elevating its first-class dining experience aboard the Acela trains. Passengers can expect new small plates, warm breakfast pastries, rotating desserts, and dishes developed by Amtrak's partnership with Star Restaurant Group. Apparently, the train looked at cruise ships and said, why should they have all the good food? It's a nice option for adventurers who want a more relaxed journey along the Northeast Corridor. Just remember, first-class dining means eating elegantly while the scenery passes by, not asking the conductor whether the bread basket is unlimited. Today's travel tip: whenever a cruise port is the main reason you book an itinerary, research the cruise line cancellation policy and identify at least one backup experience on board. Ports can be canceled because of weather, technical concerns, local regulations, or safety conditions. So don't let one missed destination ruin the entire vacation. Book the cruise for the complete experiences, not just one port. And never schedule a non-refundable independent excursion without knowing what happens if your ship cannot dock. Because losing a port is disappointing, but losing the port and your money, now you'll need actual therapy. Now, I want to hear from you. Would you try a zero-proof cruise cocktail? Are Norwegian's new adult-only spaces enough to get you back on board the Jade or the Gem? And which upgrade sounds better, a Disney animation experience, elevated Amtrak dining, or a private cruise cabana? Again, I'm GFree, your cruise therapist. Follow the Cruise Therapy Podcast group on Facebook for more cruise news, travel alerts, destination trends, and of course, cruise therapy. Until our next therapy session, keep calm, keep cruising, and keep listening. And I'll see you over in Razzle Dazzles for dinner. Bye.